what is HP and why is HP so instrumental and foundational to the Silicon Valley? Well, HP was started by two Stanford engineers, Hewlett and Packard. They created a wide array of products, and it seemed as though each and every one was more successful than the last, with things like oscillators, then moving to things like calculators, then going to a little bit later, semiconductors, and then to PCs, printing, and enterprise products. They're truly an anomaly in the way that they were able to successfully start and innovate in all of these different areas. And they started in a small garage, and they ended up, that garage is now marked the birthplace of Silicon Valley. So HP started Silicon Valley. That's pretty impressive. But how did they do it? Was it just because they were smarter than everybody else? What really was the key ingredient? And what makes a company unique is its culture, its people, what the people do, how they interact with each other. That is what makes a company unique. And that is what HP excelled at, is having an amazing culture that drove and still drives this innovative engine that created all of these groundbreaking technologies that also started this cultural revolution that was known as the Silicon Valley, and all of the different startups that came out from that. There's a culture within HP of making the world a better place. So Hewlett and Packard were in a board meeting, and people were saying, what is the purpose of a company? Return shareholder value. What is the purpose of the company? He said the purpose of the company is to change the world. And to do that, they had to constantly be pushing the envelope to change things. So they were focusing, a huge focus of their culture was on innovation. They actually had an ad in the paper, and the ad in the paper said, come to HP so you can get some experience before you start your own business. So they had this view of changing the world, of doing things new. They didn't believe that it was possible or easy to start a business that just did what everyone else does, but more efficiently, cheaper. No, what they wanted to do was constantly change. And along those lines, many successful startups came from HP. That's why it's the birthplace of the Silicon Valley. Most namely, Apple. Steve Wozniak actually designed the first Apple PC while working at HP. So this culture of innovation was extremely important. Another piece of the culture that has driven HP to be so successful and change the industry, change the world, is the culture of knowing the people that you work with, treating them with respect. There was this notion of calling your boss by the first name, which is something that's different than what was being done in the past. They treated their company like a family. And the people at HP are friends with each other. They were and are friends with each other. They view each other as extremely important in their lives, and they have utmost respect for them. Everyone within the company is respected. And if an idea is correct, it is championed, even at the lowest level. So everyone is viewed as an equal. And that is something that is different than other places that you work in. There's actually this medal of defiance that they give out, and that is for defying your manager because you viewed something as a good idea. And there was actually a product that came out that was in direct defiance to the management. And so the other piece of philosophy is that they have is that the decision should be made at the very lowest possible level. Decisions should be pushed down, down, down as low as they possibly can, because that is the closest that you are going to be to the problem. So this culture is extremely important, and it helps me realize why HP has been so successful. This culture of innovation, like starting your own thing. That's why startups have come out of HP. Extremely important. Changing the world as opposed to just making the thing that's already been made cheaper. Treating your workplace like a family, truly valuing the people that you work with. And then everyone is equal. The decisions are being made at the lowest possible level. They're not very big on titles. This is what drove HP to change the world and to be so successful. And then HP, so just a little history, because I am actually going to be working for HPE, and I'm extremely excited for it. HPE is actually separated from HP in 2015. And they're focused on the enterprise, whereas HP is focused on consumer business. So this is like PCs and printing. And this is like cloud technologies, like servers, storage, networking, enterprise software. These are the differences, and this is where I have experience, so I'm going to be working here. I'm extremely excited about it, and I hope this helps you understand a little bit more about HP, the importance of HP, the culture, and why it has made such an impact on the world. I think we can learn a little bit from it. We can try to implement these things within our own companies, and they're more relevant today than they ever have been.